I'm
Do my
good.
usual.
Here it is.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Tales of the Forgotten Sea, where we play testing the game that I humbly created here, and where we going to see what's gonna happen with those magnificent players in front of me. So, where we left off. After an interesting series of discussion with Captain Alvida, and to try to infiltrate Carla Vorash's mansion's gala, our friends met the thing that lives in the cargo hold to collect some interesting object and etc. There was some fun scene and some shenanigans there. We moved from there to came up with a plan, get to Carla Voraci's mansion and get this artifact, this statuette that they were looking for. There, the group decided to split. You always split during games, right? Some decided to interact, some decided to actually dance, or stay more focused on what was the food there, and some decided to wander around the house with interesting consequences, while other were sneaking around and find an interesting individual that was trying to get into the vault. So, before we actually restart, let's have an opinion from a player here of what they think is going to happen next. So, Rock,
Hmm. Yes.
what you as a player, what your opinion on what's going on so far, and
As a player or as Rock, what does Rock think going to happen?
what do you think? Whatever you think is best.
Wait,
I
sorry, Rock is where again? I'm sorry, Rock is in the vault? What?
No,
no,
no, no, no, no, no. Sorry,
Ah, okay, never mind, never mind.
not yet.
not yet.
Okay.
Um, no, Rock is currently talking to the lady who is basically a nun. Like she's a religious person, and he's trying to convince her, and he's somewhat convinced her that he is actually not a thief or something like that. He is actually a detective undercover, and he wants to go with her to confirm the veracity of the artifact. And also, he thinks that the lady is of the house is involved in smuggling, which is kind of a half truth. But anyway, so yes,
Yeah,
that's what.
yeah.
And so now he's balancing that and just sort of like using her. Yeah, he's probably going to use her to try to get uh into the vault and kind of use her as not as a shield, but as as a person that will distract away from him.
It's like, look at them, not
Yeah,
me.
not
I'm
me.
doing
Yeah.
nothing here. Just,
Look how
I'm
holy and
just
virtuous
stealing,
she
but
is.
you don't
Just let
see
me
it.
just put this under my jacket real quick. Uh, this seems very, very important. I better take it back for evidence.
Yeah, let's keep it safe. I don't know what you call it. Me? No, stealing? What are you talking about?
Anyway,
And
so what does Rock think? Rock thinks that he's gonna have to wait this situation out for a little bit till he can follow her and gain access to the artifact. He doesn't know what other people are doing, so he's gonna have to play it by what's in front of him.
yeah, and speaking what other people are doing, Garvus, what are you doing? David?
Yeah, Jarvis is
Yeah.
went to the door with Hot Pot, got that Hot Pot went basically invisible, not maybe entirely invisible, but very high stealth. They did a really good job of that. And um, got some really good information about the whereabouts of the actual statue. There's
Mhm.
definitely some things that we are actually missing that other people are learning, but we can't. We're not going to react on that, or at least I'm not going to react on that. So Jarvis, Hot Pot does what Hot Pot does, and Jarvis is going to quickly. Will have quickly been going from room to room to try to find the rest of the group to give them the follow me sign, kind of like nudging his head like this way, and he's going to make his way. I think it was the library was where the vault was.
that was where Hotpot was going. If
Yes.
you remember correctly, you were the first one that you met on your looking around was a rock in the garden, because that is, the first area you have access to.
Yeah, so I wouldn't interact. I wouldn't interact with the other four. I would just try to make quick eye contact with them and tell them, kind of give them the follow me sign, and then move toward the library. If they follow, great. If not, but I want to get to where I assume Hot Pot is going to, so that I can give him backup with whatever he finds himself in. So so I assume that as Hot Pot is moving up behind that character, I would think that Jarvis is not far from walking in on that, but being quiet and playing it cool, but seeing what's about to happen. So that's where he's at. I think that this is wonderful. I think that everybody's doing a great job collecting information, and we are doing a terrible job clearly already disseminating that information, and
I was about to say,
blow up in our face.
You were about to do that emote, and Rock is like, so you were about to say, come over here, and Rock is probably mid-emote talking to this lady because he's focused on what he's trying to do. It's just like, mid-emote right now.
And speaking of Hotpot, what is thinking and what is doing?
So, for those who've worked with Hot Pot in the past, know him as, a sous chef or a culinary expert, and he's has this propensity for whipping up delectable and medicinal dishes with the minimal amount of ingredients. But they also know him for his fiery disposition, and he's hiding in a shadow, cloaked, and he's balling his hands into fists, and he's feeling his bare knuckles wrap tight and around his fists as they become tighter. And he's watching with laser focus this Timu Hot Pot trying to infiltrate the vault before Hot Pot gets to, and he's getting really angry, and he's waiting, focused, to perceive this other burglar.
Yeah, individual.
And an individual. But he's waiting to know what he's up against and what would be the best course for him to proceed.
Perfect. And there are other two people in this at this level of dimension, because someone is in the private rooms upstairs, but the other two people at this level of dimension are Coco and Miguel, that are swaying their way into the main room and the ballroom, talking with people, charming young ladies, and collecting information from someone that they know as Senator Julian Graves. So what they are thinking right now?
Well, someone has to look presentable, and she's enjoying herself networking. And enjoying the evening as much as one can.
Absolutely. Why not?
Miguel's enjoying himself. He always enjoys putting on a show for the crowd, but he isn't interested in what is there else to learn and how things are going to go for the future. He doesn't know, but he'll just roll with the punches. As a player, I think something's about to go sideways at some point soon. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting vibe. And speaking of, last but not least, speaking of the person that is actually upstairs, wandering between rooms, Grail just opened a door and enter to a room, finding that the room is occupied by the owner of the house, Lady Voraci herself. So what Garvus is sorry, what Grail is thinking right now, and what the player is thinking right now.
Uh, yes, of course. Well, the player's actually still looking for the damn character sheet. But in the meantime, um, also yeah, wait, last I left the two people on the dance floor, they were like nearly making out, but so I don't know why everything's gonna go sideways. Doesn't seem like that was going that bad. Anyway, but as for me, I mean, I am just gonna play dumb and be like, "Oh, I'm just a stupid idiot, bodyguard. I don't know things. I see room, I enter room, you know." Um, and just gonna play dumb and just be like, "Oh yeah, I don't know where I am. Hello, who are you?"
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but ultimately, I would I know that this is the owner of the house, or like
You
they're just like a person as a character.
as a character, you never saw Lady Borashi, so not
Yeah,
for you.
so to me she's just like a random person who perhaps knows the owner, who has like access to the back rooms or whatever. Somebody on the inside, but not I don't necessarily know that she is the owner.
No, no, not necessarily.
Fairly enough, but clearly that since she is here, she probably knows a guy, so
Hmm.
might as well
So
ask her about who this guy is.
let me let me
Yep,
set the scene for you,
yep,
for all of you
yep.
guys. The music is filling the rooms. Pretty much you can hear it everywhere in the house. It's a little bit more soft in the garden, of course, because you guys are outside and there is also the water of the fountain, uh, giving that crystalline sounds of water that break the silence. While inside the main room, the chat of the people is like this kind of background noise that is interrupted by the violin and the harp and other things like this. Very nice and soft music for the evening. Um, in the vault, to be precise, in the library before the vault, the all the room are subsided, all the sound are subsided by your focus on what's going on. Like you said, you gripping your fist, you are tense, you're looking for what's gonna happen. And for you, Garvus, sorry, keep mixing names here, my fault. Grail, when you open the door, the room has a soft light. The person in question is sitting on a chair, relaxing, smoking with a long um, cigarette. You know, one of those black cigarette old holster that hand up with just a cigarette at the tip. And look at you, quite surprised. The woman in question is wearing this long black gown with she has short jet black hair. She's in her 30s, very pale skin, dark smoky eyes. Beautiful woman. And she's looking at you kind of surprised for a moment. She smiled. I need you a perception roll. This is the first roll of the night.
Um,
Your perception is
yes.
2, your cunning is
Uh,
4.
I still can't find that screenshot you sent me with my character sheet. Wait, maybe it's in Discord. I'm
I
dumb.
can send it to you again, but just so you
Yep.
know, you
Yes,
roll
please, please.
six.
Yep,
You roll six
please.
dice, and you keep the best 2.
Yeah, I
So
remember I
6.
was like doing something last time we were playing. Oh yeah, let me. Okay. So I roll 2 6s, right? I think I don't have. If I remember, I don't have perception that high.
Yeah, you have perception.
Oh, so I rolled. I rolled 3.
So
Mm,
you have 3 dots in perception and
okay.
4 dots in cunning. Cunning is your higher stats. Okay, so you roll 6 dice, and you keep
Wait. Oh my god. Oh,
2.
you add those 2 together. Oh shit. Okay.
Yes, and you keep 2 of them, but you keep the best 2. So you
Yeah.
choose.
Yeah.
So best
Damn.
case scenario, you roll a 12,
Yeah.
and
You'd think with 6 die I would roll a 12, but I got a 9
you got a 9 in total. Okay,
total. Total. Yeah. Total.
at that total, you had the bonus, your proficiency of your cunning, that is a +2. So you got an 11 at the end. Okay. You 2 are not the only one in this room.
Oh, there's someone else. Shit. Okay.
Yes.
Can I
And
tell?
for a
Okay.
second, it's hard to make it out because, as I said, there is a soft light in the room. It's mostly from this oil lantern close to her. But when you literally at the door and the light from the corridor illuminate a little bit more of this area, you notice that in the corner there is a figure, very big one, is just standing there in complete silence, his arms crossed, and by the long snouted head and the scaly torso, because this person is not wearing anything from the waist up, that is a karat. To be precise, and for everyone that listen, a karat is a humanoid crocodile. And in this case, is holding, there is a hoist, like a bandolier around his chest, and there is this massive broadsword sticking out from behind him. And this entity exude pure brute force, nothing more. It's not looking at you, it's looking at her, but if it's almost like giving you the vibe that is there to protect. What are you doing? She didn't say nothing yet.
Right. I mean, has she I think she turned towards me, right, though, so she sees me.
Yeah. She's smiling, she's looking at you.
Right. Okay. So, because I was gonna say, if it's it could be one of 2 things. He's either there to intimidate or there to protect. Um, Clearly it's the second one. I mean, again, I'm gonna put on my most I've accidentally walked into the this is not where I parked my car face, and just like try to look as innocent as like as kind of just like dumb and innocent as possible. Um, and what am I doing though? I mean, she's looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
I could pretend not to see them and just be like, "Oh shit, what is this place?" Uh, yeah, you know what? In fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, even though I maybe saw them, but I'm gonna pretend I didn't see them. And this is a library, right?
That's the thing. You with that 11 and etc. You looking around. This is someone's private room.
Oh, so
There
it's like
is a
like
bed.
a
There
boudoir or
is
whatever, a bedroom.
there is this vanity on the side. There is a bed. There is a wardrobe. One thing that you notice that behind there is almost like the beginning of something that look like a balcony. So probably this is for the players. This is the balcony that she was using to overlook what was going on in the main ballroom and at the gala before disappearing behind it.
Wait, but wasn't the balcony was also where the artifact is? Like the like I walked past the
No. Mm,
because
the
she like
the
pointed at the she was
artifact
like right
the artifact is going to be in the art gallery that is downstairs, technically speaking.
because like I know I think she was the whole thing was that showing she was like showing it off like she kind of thing. That's I
Yeah, she
thought
was at the balcony showing herself and etc. Yeah.
no, but she had like the artifact with her as like a she was bragging or not bragging but like showing it off.
Oh no,
Like
no, she didn't show off any artifact. She was showing herself. She was
okay,
at the
okay.
balcony. It is an inside balcony that is overlooking the ball. It's not, it's not looking outside. This is something built inside the mansion.
Okay. So that's the balcony that we saw her on earlier, like when we first arrived.
Yes.
Uh, all right. I mean, is she in the way towards the balcony, or is there another
Yeah,
entrance?
the balcony is behind her.
How big is this room?
Hmm. Let's see. It's quite sizable room. I think you can consider it. I'm sorry. I can, if I can't express myself properly here. Do you, especially because I use square meters to describe the size of things. I don't know if the
I
American
mean,
system.
I'm Russian by birth, so
Okay.
I don't only know freedom units.
So let's say between 30 to 35 square meters. So it's quite a big room.
So like a what 35 square feet. So like a what by what? Like a 5 by 5?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Just trying to picture it based on my apartment. All right, okay. So it's like a big bedroom, not a huge bedroom.
No,
Got it. Uh, all right. I'm gonna go forward towards the balcony and be like, while muttering under my breath about something. It's like something about getting lost.
Hmm.
Just gonna walk forward.
Okay. When you step in, because of course you need to step in order to do so, she interrupts your thought and said, "Good evening. Who are you? Who are you? Who who I have the pleasure to meet in my private room?"
I'm gonna I'm gonna stumble. Like I'm gonna like trip and fall to the ground. Just like basically like like trip myself on purpose. I'd be like, "Oh shit, didn't see you there." I'm sorry. Your room? I'm just I need to get back to the boss, fucking lost. I was looking for the bathroom and then, got turned
Oh,
around. Big place you got here.
hmm. I'm sorry to hear that. I expressly told the guards that no one was allowed on the upper floor. Someone messed it up.
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, I was just wandering around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You might have you might have a flaw in your patrols or whatever. It's uh well, if you
Can
want
I have
security, I'm a security guy. You hire, when my contract is done, I can beef up your security here.
can I have a deception roll from you? And just so you know, the difficulty
Also,
is high.
yeah. Can I get that sheet though?
Yes, absolutely. I was trying to find you on Discord, so
Just post it into the group chat. It's
in the
fine.
main group. Okay.
Yeah, what I mean, whatever. They can see my character sheet. I don't care.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I didn't want to
Yeah,
Assume.
sorry, it's just hard to be like, what are my skills again? Right. Thank you. It's just last time we played, I was like in the middle, like I had a deadline at midnight, so I was like very like all over the place. Ooh, deception. Is that not cutting?
That is based on presence. So your charisma. So in that case, it's yes, it's 2 dots plus the 3 of presence. So 5
So,
dice, still a good one.
hmm, that was deception not being cutting, but okay.
Oh,
Uh, that's I feel like deception and cunning are kind of I guess synonyms. But anyway, so that's five die, five a number of die, six sides. Okay. Yeet. Ooh, double six.
so we have a 12,
Yep.
and one of them explode. So please roll it
Right.
again.
So I roll what again? Explode is what again? I roll what?
One of the 6
Uh-huh.
explode. So you
Yep.
cap that 12, and you roll another dice.
One more die.
Yeah, one more.
Uh-huh.
You had that result.
Shit. I got a one.
It's
Yikes.
a 7. So became a 13 plus your +1 in presence became a 14. Okay. There is a moment of silence, and with a gentle gesture of her hand, she signals something. You don't know what kind of gesture it is, and etc. She signaled something, and a big, burly, corrupt guy just step closer to her, like a little step. It doesn't put his hands on anything. His arm was still close to his chest, crossed, but he just did a little step. And she turned to you and says, "Who sent you?"
Uh, what do you mean send? I mean, I'm just working as a bodyguard, but I have to go to take a leak, and then I just kind of got turned around.
Hmm?
No one
The
sent
thing
me.
is, I hired personally every bodyguard in this house, and you are not one of them.
Well, no, 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 no. I'm a bodyguard for a guy like not one of your bodyguards. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Did not mean to uh uh you know imply that.
No, of course you won't. This is
People
my
people hire
personal
bodyguards.
room. Oh, of course, no, of course. But as I said, this is my personal room. So if you don't mind, leave us.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I was going to the balcony. I was gonna, that's a way out.
But the balcony doesn't connect to the ballroom downstairs unless you want to jump.
Well, I've been trying to find the way to the ballroom. The big balcony is actually where I left my master, but I couldn't find the hallway or anything. Like I don't know. I just got turned around, and
Oh,
this I mean
poor you.
balcony is just a straight way down. Once I'm down, I know where to go from there.
Let me help you. Ikrot, why don't you accompany this young gentleman down to the ballroom? And the karate guy just nod, and with the most guttural and deep voice possible, just said, "Yes, my lady." And he stepped towards you.
Oh shit! Didn't see you there, guy. Oh damn, you're big. Uh uh well, you help. I think I'm good. I think
He,
I could find my way. As uh.
and in the meantime, you dealing with this, we
One more thing. One more thing.
yes.
While I'm pretending to be intimidated by this dude, or maybe not pretending, I am trying to like do a ocular pat down of the entire premise, if possible, to see if I can, if this is her private room.
Mm.
Well, I wonder what's in here. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm just saying I'm stalling for time, but in that time, I do want to like take in everything in the room. You can tell me what that is later, and somebody else can play. But just
No,
letting you
no,
know.
of course, of course, of course. So you act a little bit intimidated, kind of panicky. At the same time, you using your perception to look around and check what is in here. That's what I'm getting.
Yep, yep, yep.
Sounds great. And in the meantime, you're doing that. We move
Yep.
our camera to someone else that is ready to do something, is ready to strike by still waiting. So, what pot? Just to give you exactly what's going on there. The figure that is in front of you is quite minute. Probably a female figure, but what you can get out of it, because you see just the back in the darkness. Her long hair is kind of twitching and moving. Probably like Geraldine is the same species as Sifioth, one of those octopus women. But definitely not threatening and not weird looking like the things that live in the cargo hold. And this entity was moving the hair tentacle around the lock. And just a few seconds ago, you heard the classic and indistinguishable click of something that is being opened. And with a little bit of difficulty, the door of the vault was starting to slide slightly soft on the ground and opening on just enough before you were able to act.
Does my character know if that species has like any special abilities? Like, just like a quick thought process, so I can, I know this is gonna happen quickly, but so
Because
I can tailor my
it's a
attack.
matter of let's say anthropology or other things like that, I will ask you to roll your wisdom with your nature.
Okay, so I've got a wisdom of 4, and where is nature?
It's the first skill under the wisdom list, and you have
okay.
2 dots on it.
So I have 2 dots. Could you remind me what the modifier, the +2 modifier?
At the end, you calculate the result with your dice, and at the end you add the +2.
Oh, okay. Okay. So let me see here. And so I'm keeping my 2 highest, you said?
Yeah, if you want.
Do I have a choice here? I didn't roll any 6s.
So there is no explosion. So what is your 2 highest?
Okay, so 2 4s.
So we have an
So
8.
8 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
we have
10.
a 10.
Yes.
Okay. Just enough. That's pretty much it. So, of course, there is some variation between individuals. Some of them has this, like Geraldine have this kind of a carapace that grows from the back, from the top of the head down. That is also more like a protective shell, but in this case, this entity doesn't have it. Their tentacles are quite, I will say, sensitive. They have they can perceive around them. So especially underwater. On the surface, you need to be quite close because they can eventually touch or feel things around them. But in the water, they are able to have perception extended by around them for quite a bit. And also, they can see in the dark. That's pretty much what you know.
Okay. The tendrils can, or the tentacles can, or the just like through the
No.
eyes.
Through the eyes. Through the eyes.
Oh, okay. Does she have does she have like a weak spot like on like I mean some cranial bones are stronger than others. I
You
guess
don't know
so what
this
I want I guess
individual specifically, but at the moment, for what you can see, this individual is wearing like a nice night dress that doesn't seem to have any form of protection, like leather or any leather armor or anything like that, because probably this is like a more formal occasion, so you're not wearing an armor in the middle of a gala. However,
okay.
This specific one, you can tell that the tentacle are growing mostly on their side, so the middle of the back of their head is a little bit more exposed.
Okay. Okay.
And
Well,
also at the moment, whoever she is not looking at you, so you are hidden.
okay. How far distance is there between the two of us?
I would say 35, 40 feet.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to stealthily advance with purpose, but stealthy.
Okay. If I remember correctly, last time you rolled a critical on your stealth, it was a very high number. And you'd never break from that stealth, so I will keep that to help you to get closer and closer.
Okay.
There is only one problem. The moment that the door is finally open, the person turned to look around. So if it wasn't for that critical, it was going to be that awkward moment when the two of you literally look at each other. So except for getting closer, do you do anything else? Because they are going to disappear inside the vault at a certain point.
There's no there's still quite a bit of there's still a good distance between us though, right? So it's not like I can't do any unarmed combat now. I just have to advance.
Depending how fast you want to go, because as I said, I leave you the chance to do whatever you want right
Okay.
here. I'm just saying, unless you act, they are going to enter and not close, of course, the door of the vault behind them, but just turn, check if everyone is following, and disappear inside.
So she checks, but she doesn't see me?
Not immediately, unless you show yourself. You're keep.
I'm gonna continue stealthily advancing because the vault is the vault. Like she has to come back out to me. So
Okay.
I'll wait to ambush her.
Okay, nice. So you get pretty much where she was. In the meantime, she's definitely went inside. So you lose sight of her for a few seconds. When you get to the edge of it, you can look inside and see what's going on. The vault is not brightly illuminated, barely any lights inside, but there is some reflection that give you the idea of what's going on in there. There are some pile of gold, a couple of chests, very nice paintings and on the wall, probably those are the most prized possession of Lady Voraci. And what is quite kind of strange is the room seems almost to interrupt and became a cave. Like it's being builded and the rest of it is like natural formation. And in that area, there are some columns that sustain the ceiling of this natural cave in a kind of a circular space. There are some banners that represent moon phases. And even if you don't have it as a skill, you can try occultism, or if you want, arcane.
Okay, I have 1 pip on arcane, so I'll roll 5 dice.
Okay. And you keep 1?
I keep 1?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If there is a 6, explode.
Okay, there's 1 6.
Perfect. So you can re-roll that.
And so 6 plus 3.
So 9 plus your bonus in wisdom, that is plus 2, another 11.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't take too much. As when you focus on those moon phases and the symbols around those banners, it doesn't take you much to recognize some arcane symbol of what it looks like a ward, and also sorry, just words to escape me for a moment. Signs of allegiance with the witches of Obolawa. In the middle of this cave area, there is a pedestal and there is a statuette on top. And it's literally there in the middle with nothing around. Just those banners, the columns, and the natural vault of the cave. And
So
the
what
figure is standing there, but it's not getting closer. It's just looking.
the figure is the statuette is looking?
No, sorry,
Or
the person.
the person is looking at the statuette.
Mm-hmm.
So all of these things that I see, like you said, like they're like moon faces,
Mm-hmm.
and they're representative of witches. I didn't catch the name.
The Witches of Obolawa is a society, a series of covens that are from the other side of the archipelago and are quite well known everywhere. Some people fear them, some people think they are, let's say, a necessity, and some people think that they are the actual ruler of the country of Obolawa.
What does Hot Pot think of these? Are they does he would he based on like his knowledge would he fear these, or would he just chalk it up as like folklore and nothing to be worried about? Because if that's the case, then he's going to enter the room and attack the other burglar.
I try not to, to dump lore on every one of you, but just so you get your personal idea on the matter. There are 3 coven, and I will tell you their names and what they are based on, and so you choose what you think about them. The Sisterhood of Darkness, the Brotherhood of Whisper, and the Coven of Pain. Those are the 3 coven of the witches. And they are all working together. One of them is based their power of necromancy and darkness. Another one of them is influence and domination. And the last one is about grieves and pain relief. So healing and the nurturing of nature and etc.
Okay. All right.
So
That's the weakest one.
All right. So Hot Pot advances into the room towards the other intruder. And so I have a question. Focused strike. It says one-time combat, deliver a powerful blow, increasing damage 1d6 and disrupting enemy balance. No movement for
for
one
one
round.
round. That is the effect.
Is that for Hot Pot or for the person he?
No. The enemy will not be able to move for one round if they are not able to do a proper endurance roll against your damage.
Okay, so I a couple of things. I'm wearing my bare knuckle wraps.
Yeah.
So I need help calculating the dice I'm gonna roll because my unarmed combat is
Two dots.
Pardon?
It's 2 dots, value of 2.
Yeah. Sorry, just a second.
Yeah, no, of course.
So I've got three might and then 2 dots for unarmed combat.
Mm-hmm.
And then so the gloves will give me an additional 2 dice.
No. Okay. So there is damage roll and the one that you do to eat the enemy and the one that you do to damage the enemy. The bare knuckle wraps give you a damage of 2 plus the 2d6s of damage, because your unarmed combat is the value of 2, so is added 2d6s. So that is your damage roll, but you need to eat first. And to eat, you roll your might plus your unarmed combat like any other skills. So if you want to go for that, you just getting as close as possible and you just try to land your punch. I will give you a bonus because you're surprising your enemy. They don't expect an attack from behind. They didn't expect you to come in. Okay. So get a +3 on top of the of your roll.
Okay, so this is what I want to do. I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna attack with the intent to subdue. If I hit her and kill her, that's okay. She's not part of my team.
Okay. Shit happens.
So I'm gonna hit. I'm wearing my gloves, and I'm gonna use focused strike.
Okay, so when you're going to roll the damage, if you eat, you're going to roll 3d6s. So please, first thing first, roll your might and unarmed combat. So 5 dice, keep 2.
5 dice plus 2?
No. 5 dice, you roll 5 dice, you keep 2.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry. Okay, a 6 and a 5.
11. Reroll that 6.
Okay. Plus 2.
Okay, so we have 13.
Yep.
And that's definitely a hit, because on top of that, you have that +3 that I gave you. So 16 in total. So now you hit. The person in question is surprised. It doesn't have any possibility to react to your attack because, it didn't expect that. So you go directly for damage because they can't defend. So roll 3d6. There's no explosion here, just so you know. If we make also the damage explode, people will be insta-killed.
Okay. So it's 7.
In total,
Yes.
3d6s. Okay. 7 plus 2 of the bare knuckle, that's the base, the damage they do, is 9. And now I need to roll the d6 to see, based on their endurance, to see if they are able to resist your focus strike. And with only a 4, they stagger for a second. Your blow is just cracking some of their ribs, and you hear that while they are looking around, try to see who took that, who did that, and your eyes met. They has those beautiful green eyes, very deep, very intense, almost shine in the darkness, almost like when you flash lights on a cat. And she's shocked and not able to move. So at this point, we get into a combat round. So,
Okay.
initiative. You want to go surge or on drift? You want to take the momentum and go on and act first, or you want to wait and see what she does?
Oh, I'm gonna ride the momentum.
Perfect. So we need to roll against each other because she's not going to wait there. So roll 1d6.
6.
Okay, so you won. So you act first. You have 2 action and 2 reaction. So what is your action this round?
Is she still on the floor?
She's still there. It's just like,
Oh, she didn't fall on the floor. She's still standing.
no. She's prone on the ground. She is looking around, prone on the ground, looking at you. You are towering over her.
Okay. I'm gonna stomp her head.
Okay, so just
I'm gonna knock minimal knock her out.
okay, great. Roll for the attack. You have advantage of +2 because she's prone.
So I'm rolling the
You're
3
rolling
plus
again.
plus unarmed combat.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Okay, a 6 and a 4.
That's a
Those
10.
are my 2 highest.
Great.
Plus.
Roll that 6.
Okay. 5.
Okay, a 15. With your +2, you're just towering over air, and with a mighty blow, you try to strike her on her head. She's going to try to roll on the side to dodge your attack. I have a 6 there, but it's a little difficult. Yeah. Okay, even if her dodge is very good, I roll a 13 in total. That against your 17 is not good enough. So she try to dodge on the side, and you just strike her the side of her face. Roll your damage again. It's 2 plus 2d6.
5 plus 2, 7.
Okay. And she staggering for a second, and she raises her arm to protect herself. And you see her just not doing good. At the moment, from what I'm getting, you're not trying to kill. You try to subdue. You're still going on with that.
Yes. So I just want her to go to sleep. But if more becomes from it, then I'm okay with that. But I just want to subdue this danger so I can proceed with the mission.
Perfect. You have your second attack of the round if you want to roll it.
Okay. So I'm sorry, I'm rolling the 5 dice total.
Yes.
Okay.
Again.
Okay. The other boot drop. I have So the two highest is 7.
Okay. Unfortunately, even if you still have a +2 on the matter, air guard, guard positioning and etc. to avoid to get hit is higher than that. Unfortunately, is 8. So the second go swinging, and she just move out of the attack, and at that is now is her turn.
Okay.
The first thing she does is she's roll on the side and stand up and take out what it looks like a very long and curved knife. But she doesn't attack you immediately. There is a moment of pause, and the dagger in her hand seems almost to disappear. No, actually, it's getting blur, almost like it's there, but you can't see exactly the edge of it. And she strike once. Your guard is your agility plus your dodge, so 8 plus 3. And I need to beat that in order to hit you. Unfortunately, with just an 8, she miss. Next round. Drift or surge?
Surge.
Okay. She go drift. She's more on the defensive side this round. So please, roll your attack. Sorry, guys. This is going to end in a second. I promise.
No worries.
Okay. Okay, so again, how many times can I use the focus strike? Is that only one time?
1 per combat, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack her with my fists, so I get the benefit of the
Unarmed
bare
combat
knuckle
roll.
wrap.
Yes, absolutely.
So so I keep the two highest, right?
Yes, always.
Okay, okay. I rolled a 6 and a 5.
11.
So the 6 explodes.
Yes.
So +3.
Mm-hmm. No, the +3 was because you were surprising her. She's not surprised anymore.
Oh no, I thought I re-rolled the 6.
Okay, perfect.
So that I'm sorry, the 3 came from re-rolling the 6.
Okay, great. So she's going to try to dodge out of the way, because that is a strike, but of course she got her defenses. So remind me of your total. Sorry, it was an 11 plus 3, right? So 14.
Yeah, 14.
13 by 1. She's getting punched. Damage. You roll damage.
Okay, so the damage is two dice.
Yes.
Okay.
2 dice plus 2.
Okay. 7 plus 2, 9.
Okay, and with your third and final attack, she got, she got in the middle of the chest, and she coughed, and the dagger just fall from her hand, and she just fall on the ground unconscious.
Okay.
Is the fight end for a second? You're just there with your bare knuckles wrapped just around your hand, just heavily breathing on the situation, looking what's going on. And there is this person just lay on the ground in front of you, unconscious for the moment. We move from you and we go back into the main hall when Jarvis do eye contact with Coco and Miguel. the scene is yours.
Yeah. So again, he wouldn't have hung around. He would have made that eye contact and moved. So I thought that I said that I was at actually at the library.
Yeah. No,
To,
I'm going back a little bit in time to see what the
okay,
other
okay,
player decided to do.
okay. So I'm gonna kind of give them a head nod
Hmm.
and to try to get their attention, but trying to be inconspicuous about it, so not everyone is picking up on what I'm doing, and less people are picking up on who I'm doing it to. So I can make a roll for that if you want me to try to get their attention and not have everybody else notice.
Hmm. I'm looking at your character sheets. Okay,
Hmm.
just to
Hmm.
make sure. Yeah, you don't have conceal, but you can use deception, if you want.
Hmm. And the section is I got a +2 there and a 4 there plus 2. So I'm rolling 66 +2, and I'm
Yes,
keeping the two highest.
perfect. And one of them can explode.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yep, that is two sixes. So that's a
That's a 12,
12,
okay, already.
and I will roll. So actually, it's a 14 because of the +2, and then I'm
Hmm.
going to roll another d6, and that's a 5. So that's a 19 on
Okay,
my
on your part
deception.
is
Yeah.
definitely a successful roll. Actually, is a critical success. Your eyes locked. It is like you look at them, they look at you, and no one seems to have noticed.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Mm-hmm.
pretty much deliver a message with those in this eye contact in this moment. Like,
Like
yeah, I know, you tell me, I
my
know.
my eyes just kind of like flash as big as they can, and my head nods in the direction of the library, and I just continue moving in that direction because I don't want to leave Hot Pot
All by
without
itself.
any kind of backup. Even if I'm a little bit behind. Of course, I don't know exactly which way I'm going, but I would have gotten some kind of an idea which way the library is, and you know, so that was Coco um,
Miguel.
and Miguel. Thank you. Um,
Absolutely. And how they react to it before I'm
mhm.
moving you to the library.
Yeah.
Miguel, I do think that it's time we retire for the night.
I think so too. It's got a lot of talk to a lot of people. It can't might be time to go and rest take a rest.
Hmm.
Hmm. As the library seems a swell place.
Of course. I take your arm. I hold my arm out for you.
All right, we go traipsing off.
Hmm.
Of course.
Miguel, Coco,
Yes.
before you leave the room, the eyes of Senator Julian Graves seems to look in your direction because if you remember, he was waiting for an answer. Uh,
I
Not an immediate answer, but when he saw you leaving the room, there is almost like a perplexed look on his face. But of course, he's talking with other people at the moment, so I can't like just leave there. It would be, rude.
Yeah,
And
do you mind a just quick refresher what he was expecting?
he wanted to know if I would switch sides.
Oh, okay,
Remember
yes,
yeah.
that he asked me, and I said I didn't give him an answer. I wanted to
Hmm.
talk to you about how we should deal with that, but
Gotcha, gotcha.
I just haven't brought it up because room full of people.
maybe someone listening.
The walls have
Exactly.
ears, figuratively and literally.
Yeah, yeah. But as I said, the senator is not able to leave his spot to follow you, and like, hey, where are you going? Actually, is quite busy at the moment. So you leave the room. The three of you leave the room and move towards the libraries. Jarvus, you are ahead, and when you guys enter the library, Hotspot is not there. Actually, you don't see him around. And I remind you that the vault was behind curtains, so it's not immediately visible.
But that was something that I was told by the guards.
Yes.
So
exactly.
I know the vault is there. Does the door, so the door opens in to the vault? It doesn't pull out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will give a quick scan. I'll pull my my cutlass out, and I'm going to give the room a quick scan to see as I move towards it. I want to kind of like just like flash my eyes around, make sure there's nobody else in here. When I hear the other two come in, I'll whisper kind of harshly, "Make sure you close that behind you." And I'm gonna go right to where I assume the vault door is.
It doesn't take you long to find it. And at the moment, the people have left this room. I described it before. They were moving towards the main where the gala is going on. So
yeah, the main facility, the main
the main
entertainment
ballroom,
area.
yes.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't take you much. And when you get to the front of the vault, you will see the vault door open, and there is a clear thud. And something heavy just fell on the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna just move right in, expecting, half expecting a fight, and but looking to see what the thud is and trying to find Hot Pot before calling out to him.
And there he is, standing in his small size, standing over what it looks like an unconscious person. And the rest of the room, as I describe it, there is some paintings on the wall. There is actually a little something the Hotpot didn't see. There's a little pedestal on the on the left, on the right side, sorry, with what it looks like a nice box that at the moment seems closed. There is a chest, a table with a little pile of gold, and this cave, natural formation cave at the end of it, where Hotpot is.
And that's where the statue is located?
Yeah.
I assume I see the images about the witches, but I have a feeling that I forget what his arcana is, top of my head.
Your arcana is 2, and
yeah.
I'm not going to ask you to roll because the roll is quite low at this point, and with 2 dots is not necessary. You maybe don't recognize on the spot what it is, but you definitely see that that area is probably protected by magic.
I would probably know what the witches are and have a general idea about their power. Hot Pot, we gotta get that thing. We have to get out of here. What can you
take her cloak? Take her cloak. It's like mine.
I take the cloak off.
Okay, you just remove the cloak and Miguel, because you are the one doing it. Let me see what I can ask you to roll, because that clock has some insignia on it, and that can be very interesting for you. Give me a generic intelligence roll.
Okay.
In this case, you're cunning. and
Cunning.
you can keep the highest and the lowest.
Do you mind if I make that roll as well? Just because I probably would have gotten close to the body, unless it's because she's touching it, unless because Miguel is touching it.
Because
Miguel
is touching it and also literally close while you were talking without pot. But if you wanna go and help,
10.
I'm not stopping you.
I rolled I rolled a 10 without help. Unless you want to add help, I don't think help.
People can always give out critical token if they want.
I think I used my token, but again, I was thinking about trying to look at it and roll. But again, if it's because they're actually touching it that the roll is inspired, then I would just look at the insignia.
Mm-hmm.
And so what am I rolling against that?
3.
3?
History.
History. Sorry, history is, I think that's pretty good for me. So that's 5, D6.
But let me hear from Miguel.
I said 10. I rolled a 10.
10 in total. Oh, okay. Yeah, so a very good roll. Your highest and the lowest. Very good indeed.
I also got a 10.
Nice.
Perfect. So, both of you, Miguel, you first, and Jarvis, you immediately after, when Miguel just removed the coat. You recognize the symbol of the Shadow Consortium. The Shadow Consortium is a guild of thieves that operate everywhere in the archipelago.
Oh, the Thieves Guild.
Yes, and quite powerful one.
Oh, huh?
Dangerous.
Didn't think these were our rivals.
Does it look like she has anything else on her body of interest other than that?
Yeah, actually, can we tie her up?
I was gonna do something more than tie her up.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
Yeah, no.
I
Jarvis walks over with his dagger and just cuts her throat.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
all on
that
the nice
person,
carpet.
That person cannot. No, we're in a cave right now. That person cannot talk about what happened here tonight. We can't mess with these people. We gotta get down whatever is protecting that thing, and we gotta get out of here as fast as we can.
All right then.
Looking around, does Coco see anything that would tell her maybe what coven Lady Virachi belongs to?
Looking at your character sheets, Coco, with your history of 2, also occultism and arcane of 2, I think you don't need to roll me this one. I can tell you straight away. Sisterhood of Darkness.
Darkness, okay.
They deal in necromancy, curses, and of course, darkness.
You said earlier that I, with my 19, I got a critical. Did I get a critical token?
Yes,
for that?
you did.
Okay, just want to make sure I keep that in mind. Jarvis would also say, don't touch anything else until we have that statue. Then we can grab other things, but that's our primary.
Yep.
Fair.
Roger that. Does she have anything else on her of use other than the cloak?
The dagger that she just dropped on the ground feels interesting. It's very well done. And it seems almost like he has still has a little bit of a strange blur property on it. When you look at it, just for a few seconds, it's still feeling like the edge of it are not completely defined before it goes back into focus.
Magic. I pick it up.
Mm-hmm. And because you are actually going also to, searching and looting this body, you also find a small potion on on a bandolier around their chest. You don't know exactly the content of it. Maybe Hotpot can help you with that. But it's a very intense burgundy color.
If it's alchemical, I might be able to roll on that.
I pass it. If you make a mention that you know how to do that, I hold it up, hold it up to the party.
Let me see here.
Pass it to you.
I'll take a quick look at
Jarvis is going to go back over to the door and try to figure out if and stand on the other side, because the door is open. But if anybody walked in, they wouldn't know. He's just going to stand on the other side of the door and try to look as inconspicuous as he can, just kind of like leaning against the edge of the tapestry. So if anyone comes in, he's just standing there and not pretending like he's not aware of the door being open.
Okay.
Standing
it.
guard,
I've just
basically.
rolled for alchemy.
Yes, please.
Identify that. So that's 6 dice, and then it's 2 6s.
Okay, already at 12. Very good.
Yep. I'll re-roll one, and that's a 5. So that'd be 12 plus 7. It'd be 17 plus what's my modifier? Plus
It's
2,
plus
so
2.
19.
Yeah, that's another critical token for you, my good friend. And let's say this. You recognize that almost immediately. As soon as Miguel lifted in the air, you just already know instinctively what it is. That is a poison. That is something you coat on your weapon to inflict poison damage.
Ooh, looky. Just the thing I was looking for.
What is it?
It's a kind of poison. I have a dagger right here. See the little flutes in my dagger? Perfect for this kind of poison. Almost like I was ready for this.
Remind me not to piss you off.
But in all of this, there is a couple of people that seems almost like the GM forgot of them, but I did not. One of them is dealing with something upstairs that is going to change very quickly. The other one is having the time of his life, having a chat with a beautiful cleric woman, having some information with this silvery Sarikart captain, and Rock. It's been quite a bit.
Yes.
And it seems like the rest of your companion are pretty much missing. And also, there was supposed to happen something very soon. They were supposed to be the reveal of the statuette and etc. But it's almost been an hour and a half since you guys are here, and didn't happen yet. So something is holding back, probably the owner of the house. So what am I wondering what you are going to do?
Okay. Here's the thing. I'm sure he's starting to run low on like conversation topics. Like it's been going on for a while now. He's been talking to her about, a fake past of working as a detective and all this other stuff, working her up conversation wise. And he's like, I think I'm gonna go back inside and, get something to eat, or it's been a while. Just wait here and we'll talk later once they do the reveal. We can get to work on it.
Great. The cleric woman, Sister Pyria, nicely nod in your direction.
I'll wink.
Bid you farewell, and she bless you with the sign of Milas, while Captain Reese just like snort and wish you good night. And when you walk back into the big ballroom hall with, all those beautiful and well-dressed people are dancing and chatting and etc., you strangely don't see any of your companion around.
Okay. Hmm. All right. What do I know of the layout of this place?
This at the moment of the ballroom or generic the
Well,
house?
what major rooms lie between the balcony area and the ballroom? Like the library, I assume, is also somewhere in between those two.
Is in between those two, yes.
Okay. Um, hmm. But I don't necessarily know that's where they went.
Yep.
I know. I'll ask some of the party guests. They saw two, like very boisterous people, So I'll try to talk to a party guest that hopefully isn't like. I don't want to aim for someone who's important because that might make alarm. So I'm just going to talk to regular people and be like, "Have you seen these two? They stand out. Where did they go?"
Okay, can I have a roll of 1d6 from you? Because you looking for regular people in a
Well, no,
room
no, no.
full of
I'm looking.
well-dressed
I
one.
well dressed people. I get that, but what I'm saying is, if they look very important, I'm not going to ask them because I don't want to draw attention. So I'm going to
Okay,
ask people that look important, but not like a general, a
of
head
course.
of
Yeah,
state.
no,
You know,
no, of course, of course. Not someone that is surrounded by a lot of people because
some
they have
lady
their attention.
who's some older aristocratic lady who's probably having drinks at the bar, but
Hmm,
probably noticed them. Someone like
okay,
that.
yeah,
You know.
nice, nice.
So
Not
I'll talk to
someone
that
that
lady.
doesn't stick out, let's say.
Right, right,
Like,
exactly. A regular boring aristocrat who would have noticed. So I will.
let's see.
I'll
Let's
roll
see
a
also
d6.
how lucky you are on the matter.
Okay,
So please still roll that 1d6, and in the meantime you do that.
5.
Grail, something happens.
I'm gonna pin my. Yeah,
Uh,
he's gonna fall off the balcony. It's gonna be great.
no, well,
While
well,
the
no.
karat is looking in front of is getting closer and closer to you, and you know towering over you, the lady of the house interrupt this event because she's almost like feeling something,
One of the wards went off, probably.
and she goes, "Ekrut," and it's like there's an immediate turn because the tone is changed. Someone opened the vault, and without you know beating a sweat, this towering figure just turns and runs toward the balcony.
Uh, well, okay, wait.
Yes.
Hold on. I'm trying to think.
In
So,
the
well,
meantime, you're
first,
thinking,
how fast? Like, where is he in relation to the balcony? Like, I would assume door or whatever
okay,
arch
yeah.
to the
So let's say
and
this.
versus me.
So this is you.
Sorry, I don't. Are you sharing something?
In the video, if you look at.
I have the video turned off. Hold on, let me turn it on. Just because with the video, my laptop cries.
Okay, sorry about that.
Hide. Not video. Wait, no, shit, did not need to do that. Hide show, not video. Show incoming video. Yes, there we go. Sorry. Yep,
Can you
looking
see
now.
me?
Yep.
Perfect. So this is you. This is him. This is Lady Voraci, and this is the balcony, like behind all of them.
Right. So I'm not like in the way of this dude.
No, actually, because you were, between the two of you, you need to turn and run in the other way.
Right. Okay. You were gonna go back to Brian because I do want to think about this for a second.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Rock.
Rock will saunter over to the bar, his most charming snake way that he can, and sit in like kind of near the older aristocratic lady who seems like she'll tell him the tea, as it were,
Yeah.
and
You
she'll
see
lean.
her just pouring something in the tea, probably some pun, to give it a kick.
Give it a kick. Okay. He'll get up
Oh,
close.
hi.
Oh, hi. I am going to try, instead of being lying to her, I'm just going to try to be generally charismatic and ask her if she's seen her friends, his friends leave.
And just a few seconds before she can actually answer to you, this massive figure just jumps
Yeah.
out of the balcony in the middle of the ballroom, landing on it. But probably Grail wanted to do something about it.
No, I know. I figured that might happen.
I mean, I'm sure, like it would have been too sudden for me to have done anything. I do have a question about
Yes.
my spells.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
I have Unstable Aura, Flicker Step, Primal Blast,
Flicker
Echo of the
Step
Whale.
and Primal Blast, yes.
Yeah, Morning Wisp, Veilbound Chains, Echo of the Veil. Uh, I don't know. Is there can you give me like just a quick description of each one?
Discretion, of course. And Stable Aura give you bonuses to against your enemy to not be eaten by them.
Awesome.
Flicker Step is like a teleportation dodge. You try to avoid something very fast and you move very fast away from it. It's not a long range things. It's just like 15, 20 feet.
Yep.
Primal Blast is like the equivalent of magic missile.
Fireball, got it.
Yeah. In this case, it changed. You need to roll for the effect because it's unstable.
Gotcha.
Echo of the Veil, you call upon something from behind the veil to help you in terms of asking something. They can answer only with a yes or no question.
Oh shit.
Veil-bound chains, there are those ghostly chains that grab someone and hold it in on the spot. And Mooring Wisp create a will-o-wisp kind of light that follow you around.
See, that's exactly what I thought Veilbound Chains does. Question about magic.
Yes.
How do I cast it, and is it obvious that I did?
Is it obvious that you did unless you got, you got the specific skills that to hide that, because you call the energy of the mana upon you, and you cast using, in this case, your wisdom plus the dots that you have on the
Wisdom. Gotcha.
Your wisdom is 3, and the dots that you have on the spell are 2. So you roll 5 dice, keep the best 2. Every time you cast, the difficulty get higher, and higher.
So wait, so I can cast these spells multiple times.
Yes.
There's no like preparing or anything like that.
No, there is no spell slot or preparing. It's just
when you say difficulty, is it just like one less die, or like what is difficulty?
Okay, so let's say that your unstable aura has a difficulty of 6. Okay, so very easy to roll. The next time you roll it in the same scene, the difficulty get to 8. If you cast it again, the difficulty got to 10 and to 12 and etc., etc., etc. Because magic works like this: more you call upon it, more it doesn't want to be bound.
Right. Okay. And then, but like the lady of the house would basically know that I cast a spell.
Yes.
As soon as I do.
Doing in front of her.
Right. What is she doing?
She just gave Ikrot, the big karat guy, the order. So at the moment, is going. I'm slowing down time to see what you're doing before.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Well, because I do want to cast the chains on the dude so he doesn't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it take to cast a spell?
6 seconds.
Okay, so it's not just like I can't just pretend that it's like, oh, sorry, that was just like a habit of mine.
No.
Uh, got it. I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah. So I was cowering in fear, and I'll just, I'll turn to the lady and be like, oh no, did I do something wrong? What happened?
Okay, so you're not casting.
Yeah, no, I can't. I mean, she'll fucking murder me.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I see. Also, trying to think. Like, I how do I know where the vault? Like, do I remember? I feel like I was maybe was told or I saw where the vault was. Like, I might sort of know where it is, right? Or no,
No. You
no.
were going around the house just to try to understand that, but didn't heard any question any information about where the vault is.
Okay, yeah. So I'll be like, I'll run up to okay, yeah. I'll run up to the balcony and just like I run after the big dude up to the balcony and just like look down, be like, oh no, did somebody hurt?
Okay.
But I won't
So
cast anything yet.
fair, yeah, yet. I like that.
Mhm.
Yet.
Yep.
So Rock, the whole lady is trying to answer to you. She's like, and all of a sudden she turned because this massive entity just landed in the middle of the boardroom, and he started to dart in the direction of what probably was the library. So there is a series of screams of surprise, and everyone is looking in their direction while there is another voice coming from upstairs from the balcony of your friend Grail that is just looking down. It's like
Yeah, you know what? I'll be like, oh my god, is everyone all right? Somebody stop that madman! And I'll try to find Rock.
You're looking
Visually, but
down, and
yeah, I don't know
everyone
where
is
he is.
looking up to you.
Yeah, I'll scream out, somebody stop that man.
Okay.
Oh man, all right. Let's see. So I'm playing up this fake persona of being a detective. I'm like, don't worry, I'll go after him.
So you saw this guy landing like with a big thumb, grabbing the back of his broadsword and running literally towards the library. You just shout everyone to stop him, and Rock just intervene like, yeah, I will take her away, and he run towards him.
No,
That's
so
what I'm getting.
the way I'm playing it is he said that, so I'm going to play since I've been playing hero this whole joke, I'm going to go basically like, don't worry everyone, just stay calm and I'll go see what's going on. I'll go run off.
Perfect. Perfect. I like that. I love that. Grail, you feel something cold pressed against your back.
Maybe she just likes you. Maybe she has her hand.
It is not an end, especially because it feels like a little bit pointy.
Oh.
Gotcha. I mean, I do have scales. I do have scales on my back.
Yes. And you have thorns on your back, so at the moment it's just pointing. And you heard a voice said, I will repeat this question once.
Just
who are you? Who sent you? Before I end your life.
Send me? I mean, nobody send me. The guy was trying to murder me. He like almost killed that lady down there. Come on. You can't be serious. Like that's I don't know I don't know what happened, but you guys just clearly unhinged.
Okay, can I have a wisdom roll from you? It's just pure wisdom.
Yes, yes. I also have another question.
Yes.
To cast a spell,
Hmm.
what is the like
Requirements.
yeah, like what do I do? What happens when I guess is it just a mental thing? Do I have to say an incantation? Like
You say incantation and you word the spell, and they happens.
right, so I can't just like in my mind cast a spell.
No,
There's no like silent casting. Got it, got it, got it. Because I do want to be casting that one that prevents me from getting stabbed, or the
unstable
dodge.
aura.
Yeah, yeah, or the dodge. And you said it takes about 6 seconds, right?
It became, we get into combat round if you do that.
Got it. I feel like she can stab me faster than I can say a spell. Um, got it, got it, got it. Hold on. Fuck, where did it go? Where did it go? Yeah, there you go. Found it again. So wisdom. I am very smart. So that's 3 die, right? 3 die plus one. Seems pretty good. 1 second.
So what you rolling just for me to understand?
Sorry, what?
What you
I'm rolling
rolling?
three die.
Oh, for the
3 die.
wisdom. Yeah.
Yeah, for wisdom. Yes.
Okay, perfect. You
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
you keep all of them
All of them. Okay.
because in the
Uh,
meantime you're talking, you heard she is muttering an incantation behind you.
oh, yikes. Number of dice. Yeah, so I got a 4 plus 1 plus 4, and I have +1 in wisdom in general. I don't know
Okay,
if
so a
that
total of
matters.
10.
A total of 10. Yes.
Okay. You feel like a little bit more compelling to answer. You can decide how, as like you're trying to resist that urge to at least answer one question truthfully.
Right. What does Echo of the Veil do again? Sorry.
You call upon something from behind the veil to answer a question of
Ah,
yours.
question. Yes, 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 yes. Question. Yes. I'm trying to think about how to get
In
out
the
of this pickle.
meantime, you're thinking, Rock,
Yeah.
running towards behind the man.
Well, he's easy to spot, so
Yes, it definitely is to spot.
big dude.
Other people are starting to follow you because they are not the only one that feel heroic tonight.
No, 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 no!
Well,
Keep back, people! Keep back! It's a dangerous situation right now. Can I try?
while
Can I try to like tell them to like keep back? There's a
hmm,
situation going on.
while Jarvis, you hear commotion coming from the main room towards you
Oh,
in terms of auditory system. Yes, please roll me a persuasion roll, Rock.
okay. If I'm talking out loud, like I'm not hiding the fact that I'm like keep back, keep back. Uh, I think the words were, I think it's time we retire for the evening, comes out from inside the library. And if everyone remembers last session, like,
Hmm.
that's what he says. He goes, "Oh, I think it's time we all retire for the evening. Don't you? This seems like a bad situation." Then I'll do whatever it needs. So what am I
Yes.
doing? Sorry.
Deception or persuasion? Let you choose.
I will try deception. This feels very deception.
Okay.
Uh,
Good,
er,
good. So, Jarvis, I presume you took out your flintlock pistol like I read about?
Especially, I have a feeling that as large as that creature is, I would have kind of heard, I would have at least heard the thud in the
Yeah, no, you heard the
distance,
thud, the commotion,
and
people
like
shouting.
go from that like trying to be nonchalant in case somebody just walked in to okay, it's time to get prepared. And he pulls his flintlock out, he's got his cutlass on the floor next to him because he's only got one shot with the flintlock, and he's sitting there looking down the barrel of the flintlock, waiting for the door to open up. Whatever comes to the door, he's shooting. He's also going to yell into the cave and say, "Grab it, let's go."
Okay. Perfect.
So, okay, so for deception, what is our dice pool here? Let me see. Deception.
I really wish I had a cannon right now.
Your presence plus your 2 dice of deception, so 5 dice, keep 2.
5 dice. 5 dice, keep 2. All right. Oh, I'm keeping the 2 sixes.
Perfect.
Okay, I assume one of those explodes. Of having a skill
Yes,
at
it
something.
does.
So
Yes, it
it's
does.
1, right? Okay, one of them explodes. Oh, it's only a 1, but still 13 plus
13 plus your presence is plus 2, so 15.
15.
Okay. Some people were starting to move towards you, but they stop and they puzzling, like their face is like a little bit puzzled.
I'm
Like,
trying to play it off like the lady of the house, like this is, we should let them handle this. Everyone should just go back to the ballroom. I'm trying to like minimize the amount of people that are in this
perfect,
room.
perfect. So, what was the spell or that Grail was trying to cast here?
Right. So, well, first of all, you said she wants me to like
Answer
be
truthfully to one of
answer.
the questions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I will say that I am pretty cunning and pretty deceptive
Hmm.
individual. In fact, my yes, presence. I feel like okay, so cunning is really like intelligence, I
Yeah.
guess, and then presence is like social skills. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah, so sorry, the names are just like kind of different, a little different. But yeah, now that I just got to think about it.
Hmm.
Um, I am pretty deceptive, so I do think that I can probably deceptive my way out of like not really
Yeah.
saying anything.
However, as I said, you're under the effect of a spell that she just casted
Is
on you.
Yeah, can I not resist? Is there like no resisting
Ah, you
spells?
you you can choose. Yeah, you decide not to resist the spell. Yeah.
I'm saying I can choose to not resist or choose to resist or like
Oh
or
no. Okay, I make you roll that wisdom roll to see if you
oh
resist the spell.
oh that was the resist. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Okay. So it's not like it's at this point it's like out of being just like deceptive. Um okay, so can I answer a question in a technically true way?
And you answer me the question, and I see what you think of
Okay. Yeah, so what's the question?
it.
Yeah, so what's the question?
Who are you? Who sent you here? Those were the questions. So at least one of them need to be answered truthfully.
Right. Sorry. So, if I remember correctly, both I and Rock, who I'm technically am supposed to be the bodyguard of, we both have fake names, right?
Yes.
Uh, Let me see if I can phrase this correctly. Uh, right. Well, so I'm not gonna reveal my name. But I'll say I forget what my fake name is, but uh 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 let's say it's Jacko. Uh it's kind of like Ryle. So well, I'm Jacko, and I've just I came here with Rock, who I'm working as a hired sword for. I'm just a bodyguard here, but Brock is my boss.
Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So there is a moment of pause, and there is a moment of, and she said, "Whoever you are, please leave my room now.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. That's yeah. I was trying to leave with the guy. He just ran off. Thought he was gonna show me the way. How big is the jump?
Um, there is probably a chance you're gonna hurt yourself a little bit, but it's not,
All
like
right.
you probably can, walk it off.
I'll walk it off. Got it. Yeah, I'm just gonna yeah, you might, lady, you might be right. You know what? I'll leave now. Um, and I'll just like try to just like jump over
The edge of the
the
balcony.
yeah, the balcony, and I'll combat roll. Just like a classic combat roll.
Okay. Roll me an athletic check or acrobatic.
That's agility. I'm assuming that's agility.
Yes.
Shit, I only have crafting. Fuck. Wait, but I do have other things. Hold on. Gather herbs. Yeah. Intimidation. That's bullshit. Long rest. Survival instinct. That's well, it is what it is. All right. Well, here goes nothing. So that's a 3 + 1. Got it. That's a number nine. Oh, that's a 3 + 1. How many die do I keep? Two, right?
If you keep 2, in this case, is your highest and lowest.
Oh, highest and lowest. I'm still sort of shaky on like how many I keep and like which ones I keep. I still don't quite grasp how that's decided. But so I got a 3 and a 4. That's a 7 and a +1 from just the basic ability.
Okay. So
it's a 8.
it's a hit. So you jump down. When you land, you heavily land, and you feel a little bit of pain down to your knee, but nothing that is not actually damaging you. And there is a second moment of shock because some ladies are like, why people are just jumping down the balcony all the time now? And after a few seconds, you can decide to run wherever you want. In the meantime, Jarvis, this meat train of a massive series of scale is just bursting to the library door, and he's shooting out the broadsword on his hand, running towards where you are.
I am going to take a shot.
Okay.
As soon as that door splinters out, I feel like it must be a fairly large room.
Yes, it is.
But obviously I can make that shot. Am I rolling marksman?
Exactly. Perfect.
Excellent. So that is going to be 6d6 + 3.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got a 6 and a 5 for an 11 plus the 3, so that's going to be 14. Does the 6 explode?
Yes.
Excellent. 15. And only a 1. So that's a 15. Do I want to use? I feel like I need to make sure the shot hits. Can I use the token?
No, on yourself.
My critical token for myself.
No, critical token are for your companion.
I just remembered I have a critical token. Nice.
Um,
from the start of the game.
All right, so
you want a critical token?
Unless I assume that my roll isn't a crit, I will take someone's critical token because I really would like to make sure that, as much as I can, I'd like to make sure that this hits.
Okay, just so you know, if you so if you crit using someone else's critical token, it doesn't generate a critical token,
and that's fine. I'm not worried about that. But I want to.
Oh, okay, to make clear how it works. But yes, please.
At this point, I'm at a 15, so I'm going to throw another D6 on top of it, and that's a 6.
And that explode as well, because critical token can explode.
Nice. And that's a 2. So it was 15 plus 8 is a 23.
Okay, yeah, that's a crit for sure.
Yeah.
So what's happened there? That your gun literally explode and the shot land literally in the middle of the forehead of these things. No matter if these things also, like have big scale, is very well, protected by nature itself. That is a lot of damage coming from your gun. So it's 6 by the default, plus your marksmanship dice, so 2 dice. But in this case, because you crit, you double those dice. So you can decide to roll 2 and double it, or roll 4.
So I'm rolling 4d6 plus 6.
Yes. There is a chance you get maybe the chance to insta kill him, but that's depending on how much you're rolling.
Yeah. And that's not bad. It's an 18 plus the 6, so that's 24.
Wow. Okay. So
2 6s, a 5, and a 1.
even if absorb 4 of them, thanks to his scale, you're still dealing 20 damage in one go. Yeah. Like rhinoceros, when they run towards something, and the hunter just shot them exactly where they're supposed to be, and they keep running until they slowly slow down and fell on the side. That's what you're seeing. This thing is like, it's rushing towards you with a big sword in his hand, ready to strike. And after your shot, it just take a few steps forward, and he's getting closer to you, when his eyes are getting cloudy, barely seeing what's going on, and he, with a massive thump, just land in front of you, and the sword just clang on the side. And that is when the moment the rocks walk in. It's like, by the way, everyone heard the shot.
Everyone heard the shot and the thud afterwards. The whole house, I imagine, would have shaken. Jarvis probably peed his pants a little bit. Not gonna lie, he's a little nervous right now.
I bet.
He's like shakily puts the flint back into his pocket, picks up the cutlass, and like with a shaky mouse-like voice goes, "Guys, it's time to go."
Roger.
Okay. Roger, yes, please. Those guys.
So I'm like, I just want you to know, I'm building some momentum of, I gotta find them. Where are they? He turns, he just sees this.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Hold on. This is still a room full of like gold and other shit, right? Like we should probably grab
but
what we can.
you are not. You are following into the library.
No, I get.
They are in the vault.
Okay, let me know when I arrive at the vault, because like I feel like there's still tons of stuff in here. We're already in trouble.
So, Miguel, Hotpot, Coco, you are in the vault. You heard the shot. What you were doing in all of this?
Yeah, so
We're
during
looking for the
of
thing that
I
we're...
would have, if the statuette wasn't already grabbed, I would have grabbed it.
Oh, it's time to go. I think
Yeah,
you have the statue and I'll protect you.
Perfect.
I am prepared.
Hotpot, as he's running out of the vault, just grabs like a handful of gold coins and stuffs them.
My man. I was just gonna say, out of character, you guys are in the treasure vault.
Yeah,
I'm
here
pirates.
That's what I was thinking too.
Jarvis is gonna run in and grab that unopened box that was sitting on the pedestal.
Nice.
And tear off. Unless it's not that big, he's gonna at least grab. Well, he's probably still holding his cutlass in the other hand because he's not he's kind of shaken and he needs that. We're just gonna grab the box and split.
Okay, so just a couple of things so everyone know what's going on. When you grab the statuette represent this woman with open arms that it seems like made out of crystal, like black crystal. It's been chiseled to almost to perfection. And to ever take it, there are some strange scratches on the surface, like someone tried to remove something from it. So that is the only thing that immediately like is weird, because the rest of the statuette is very smooth, very well made, and you can almost see through, even if it's black, because it's not a very dense color. It's almost like slightly translucent, and there's a weird reflection inside, almost like you can see through, but not all the way through. However, the moment you take it, I try to understand who of you, between Coco and Miguel, is actually grabbing the statuette.
I believe Coco would have tried to pocket it while this was all happening.
Okay. Can I have a wisdom roll from you?
Yes, you may. Let's see here what my wisdom is.
If you feel like you
Just
need
straight
it,
wisdom roll.
if you feel like you need it, I have a critical token.
I believe I have one as well.
You can't use them on yourself.
Oh,
You can
okay.
use
So you let me know and I will give that to you.
So how does a rolling straight wisdom just use the number of dice?
all of them. You keep all of them.
Okay.
And when it's matter of spell effect, those are literally the equivalent of saving throws. You keep all of those.
Okay.
But they don't explode.
So it's 12 then. And do I add my modifier?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so that's 14.
Okay. It will be a failure. Do you want to take that token?
I would love to.
Yeah.
Okay, please go ahead. Roll 1d6, and this kind of 6 if you roll a 6, can explode.
Okay. And that's a 1.
Ah, that's unfortunate. But a 15 is exactly what you needed.
Yes!
You were missing by 1.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah, no, but thanks, Jarvis, because he gave you the token. So when you grab it, there is like a shocking sensation that goes from the statuette to your hand. You're feeling like, oh, you shouldn't do that. But the sensation and the tingling just pass. So you grab it, you pocket it, and you're ready to go. And everyone here, in different moment, they are just grabbing stuff with their hand, just try to get, and they are darting out of this room. Towards where?
Towards the library.
I have a question.
We are in the library.
Where am I following in this order of events? Are they pouring out of the room as I'm trying to enter it, or am I entering the room as they're scarfing stuff into their clothes?
They are stuffing stuff.
Okay,
They are stuffing
that's
things into
where I
their
wanted
clothes,
to
and
know
they're
where
Guys,
I
ready
we
to
gotta
dart
go.
out
We,
to where
we,
you
we
are
need to
at
get
the
out of
door.
here.
Oh, so
Okay.
wait, are there options for us to go places other than where we came from?
Can I jump out the window?
I
Do
was
know
thinking
I can
window,
jump
yeah.
out of?
No, we should
I-
escape through the garden. But I have a question. Like I said, timing is important here. I'm going in. They're still stuffing stuff in their pockets. I see this big dude. Okay,
He's on the
thinking about it.
ground.
Thinking about it. Does he have like a ring of keys? Seems like a big important guy. Does he have like anything useful on him?
Well, if you look at the image that he posted, he definitely looks like he has some interesting armor and a couple of trinkets on his body that might be of some interest.
Right. Like I'm not too concerned about his stuff really. I'm concerned if he has like I don't know a front door key or like
That's
a
true.
useful thing on him.
this man doesn't need keys, so
Maybe he opens. I don't know.
Yeah, but he still needs keys to not destroy doors.
yeah. No, that was a joke.
Yeah.
And also, lest you forget, there are other guards, by the way.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
All
we
right.
you know,
need to.
you can't be stripping this man for armor.
I'm
Like, I
not
don't think we
stripping
have
him for
time that.
armor. I'm just
Yeah,
patting him down to see if there's
How
anything
about-
useful.
Hey guys, how about I go put on a performance to just give you guys a
I don't
distraction?
think that's gonna.
Weekend,
No?
play me off.
There's been a gunshot. There's no distraction right now.
All
Yeah.
right, then why are we in here? We need to go.
We
Out the
could
window.
run out.
Okay.
We could run out and say he's got a gun, and like
No.
create a distraction.
So-
Like, no, if we all come out together and point the other way, say he's got a gun.
Okay.
I can make
As-
a fog cloud for a little bit
Okay.
on our
So-
way out, but it
so
won't
as a-
last too long.
Sorry. As I'm patting him down, I go, okay, I've got an idea based on what you guys have told me. And by the way, I'm still like looking for anything useful on this guy that isn't like a giant sword with armor, like trinkets or stuff. I'll go, okay, create the smoke cloud. I know how to get out through the garden. What we're gonna do is you're gonna create the smoke cloud. We're gonna run outside. We're gonna jump over the garden into the garden from that balcony. That's the
Yeah.
only plan I got so far. All right, break.
Creating a smoke cloud is something that Coco can do, so
Right. And
if you ask
David,
for it, it
so
shall
do
be
I do
done.
like a check on this guy, or what am I doing?
No. I was waiting for you guys to tell me what you were doing and give you an answer of you
No, I
plotting
mean,
down things.
I figure like we don't really have time to like sit down and have a conference while there's people like rushing down the hallway.
Definitely no. So also by the way, you're all there. Grail, you're also arriving right now. Just to make sure that everyone understand what's going on. You're all between the library and the vault. You know.
I wasn't planning on doing that, but it's fine. It makes it. I'm sure that makes it easier.
Oh, okay. Where you were supposed to go?
Oh well, no. I was just gonna run away with the crowd. I was just gonna blend in with the crowd and leave.
Oh, okay.
You
You were leaving. Okay, even better.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's time to
Fair enough.
do legs.
Where you were going to leave, you were trying to, because I just to remind everyone, you have your information about the mission. You are supposed to get to the cliff.
Oh, that's right. The cliff. I guess. Do I know which way the cliff is?
Yeah, is behind the garden on the right hand side of the
Oh,
manor.
that's right. Well, I still think that I will probably I'm sure there's a panic after the gunshot, right? All the
Yeah.
all the all the people are panicking. So I'll try to blend in with the crowd and head for the bushes.
Sounds good for me. So going back to Rock, you're patting this guy down, and
dude, yeah.
you actually found a set of keys. The
Ah.
thing is, there are like few of them, like 6 or 7 of them, so you don't know exactly. They're not.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have time to check those. That's fair.
And
like-
you also find what it looks like, like a nice bottle of something semi-liquid in it. Eventually you need to open and take a sip or just smell it to understand exactly what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that to somebody who knows what this is. I'm not touching that. Like,
Okay.
I'll throw it to like Coco or somebody and be like, no, I don't want it.
And you know what? The kind of a bandolier he has around his waist, there are those kind of a strange rune depicted on it. They feel like protection spell of some sort.
Didn't seem to do a lot for him, but let's see, protection spell.
Yeah, it didn't work, but
I mean, I'll take it off of him if it's there, but like, I don't. If it's made by her magic, she might be able to track it, which is why I don't necessarily want to take this thing.
Let you choose.
I don't want the evil voodoo charm. You can keep that. So
you grab the key.
you
grab
can take it if you like. I'm not
liquid.
taking it.
Yeah, if you don't want that armor, I'll take the armor.
What, the magical rune
Yeah.
thing? Yeah, here. I'm like distributing. Here, yeah, you take that. If you get this bottle, I'll put this keys on my. Okay, it's fine.
All
I
right.
take
Okay.
the keys.
And then I'm going toward. I'm throwing that over my shoulder
You
and going
killed
toward
him.
the
You
door.
get his stuff. That's fine. I don't
That
care.
that feels good. That feels right.
That's good. So
Time to leave, though.
you guys are
Time to
darting
go.
out towards the gardens. I'm not going to go into combat role or combat time because at the moment your main focus is to flee away.
Is the
Run.
nun still there?
Sorry.
Is the nun
The
lady
nun,
still
the
on
nun, the
on the
lady,
balcony?
yeah, they are looking around. What's going on?
There
The
was-
big dude is in front of her, try to protect her for every possible menace.
Okay, good. So as I pass by, I go, "Oh yeah, there's a big commotion down there. You better like guard this place from your lady. Like you better like get in the way and make sure no one else comes through here."
Okay, you say this in the
Yeah.
meantime. Your friend is passing close
Yeah,
to him,
it's very
holding
convincing.
stuff like a bunch of teeth like running
Oh
from
my.
the line.
Yep.
Okay, I like that.
Wait,
There
no,
is a
hold.
moment of
Do they necessarily see that? Because I thought we were gonna put smoke or something, weren't we?
oh no,
Yeah.
the smoke.
I said I could make a little mist fog cloud,
Right.
but no
So
one
they
said
might not
any.
see that.
Maybe not. They not. I just picture the funny part of this scene. But yes, of course.
Okay, here's the way it would have. I feel like it would have went. The smoke rolls out onto the balcony.
Yep.
He moves aside to look at the nun and this guy. He's blocking their view, and he's saying something like, "There's a commotion going on in there. You really ought to like go in there and block that door."
Sounds nice, and he will do that after,
Okay.
of course, you guys are passing. So Captain Ray is like just proud of itself.
Of
Just
course he is.
throwers in front of the door, and probably he will be overwhelmed by the guards that are
That's
going
fine.
to follow.
He only needs to
But-
stop them for a second.
That's not important for you guys because you are running. You're running towards the cliff, I presume.
Should we do the fog cloud now? Should we, so no one actually saw us go over? When do
I
you
think we have
wanna-
multiple, so if you wanted to
Yeah.
cast one, I have one prepared.
All right.
Yeah, any cover is probably a good idea.
I give us. I make.
Who had the
a
rope?
me-
We had someone who had rope, right? We were gonna have to scale this stuff down.
Okay.
I was the one with. I'm pretty sure I was the one with the
Okay.
rope.
And the image of him, oh, you gotta stop the door. He's coming.
So I do a little. I do a little swirl and I throw my hands to the ground and a poof of smoke goes around, and then I jump off the side of the cliff. I lasso. I take out my rope. I roll in and I lasso, and then I
This sounds like athletics. I feel like you're gonna be doing.
Yes.
I do flips.
Yeah,
Of
it sounds
course.
like a
Okay.
lot.
Yeah, I remind you guys that the cliff, because you were going to run towards it, is not immediately attached to the garden. It is a little
Okay.
bit further away. So you're running towards it. And before
Okay.
you jump, Miguel, just to remind you, the cliff is 400 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you know,
I
just to do a flick and jump down is not probably the best option.
So what instead, as he already imagined that, okay? Imagine that. And then he realizes as soon as he gets to he's already done the
Oh, that was in your
poof,
mind. Got it.
smoke. He realizes, oh, that's not a 40-foot drop.
No?
He takes it instead, he ties the rope somewhere secure, like a rock
Mhm. There are
Puts him-
some also trees around there. So
or trees. And he starts, you ever guys ever done a rock wall where you just kind of start bringing
Yeah.
yourself down?
Okay.
Like
Belaying.
jumping.
I'm
Yeah, see?
okay.
While you do that, I'm going to get sticks and random stuff around here and hide where that rope is because I don't want to be 200 feet down and somebody.
Cuts the rope.
Yeah,
Cuts the
no,
rope.
no, I'm good.
Fair.
And,
Okay,
I-
guys.
Man, I do play Rock is super paranoid. Now that I think about it.
At this point, Grail, you see your friends. So you were also running towards the cliff. Are you joining them, or you try to keep stealthy?
I mean, Well, I don't know why would I keep stealthy, but also, I mean, I'll check if there's anyone behind them, but otherwise, I mean, I'm I'm speedily proceeding on an intercept course.
Perfect. So behind them, there is a lot of commotion. At the moment, guards are held by someone just for a few seconds. You don't see who. And where they are pretty much, like 20, 30 feet away from you, and they are darting towards the cliff. And Miguel quickly start to, secure a rope while Rock try to hide it and etc. The guards are starting to getting out of the garden.
Oh,
There are going to be few, maybe a couple of minutes before they get to you. And where you guys, in the meantime, you're doing all of this, you guys notice something. There is already a rope there. And close to it, you see Kual, the big shark guy that was on the ship.
Oh man, do we owe you? I'll look over.
I'm putting my
And he's just
hand on
nod
Rock.
and smile with all this big canine. He's like,
I look up from my pile of sticks and stuff, and I go, "What? Oh,
I'm gonna stop Rock and be like, do you have an escape? You have a way for us to escape?
and he nod, and
Lead the
he
way.
just grab something that look like almost think about two-wheel
Mhm.
with an anger.
Mhm.
oh, we're ziplining. Oh no."
And he
well, I'm
just
ready. I want to
secure it on the rope, and he give it to you and just
Mhm.
say, hold tight.
I'm gonna pass it off to Coco because I know Coco has the
Statuette.
statuette. And Coco, you go first.
Yes, sir. She starts attaching to the, holding on to the line.
All right, guys, I finished the rope.
You just
Good job. Good job. Cut it down.
He starts undoing the rope.
There is a moment in my mind when I see Coco go down the rope that I go, if Coco was a terrible person, that's what I was just thinking. Like as soon as I see Coco go down the rope, I'm like, wait a minute, you gave the person
Literally
the artifact-
typing that in chat. Once Coco's on the ship, they cut the rope. They don't need us anymore. What the hell? Somebody doesn't pirate.
yeah. And in
just-
all of this, Coco, can I ask you to roll me an acrobatic roll? The difficulty is very low thanks to this.
I'll just stare at Miguel for a second while he lets Coco go down the slide. What are you doing?
I thought we were gonna play down the side of
I
the cliff.
Oh, so no, who was sorry?
It was me.
It was sorry, it's Garvis.
Jarvis.
I'll look at Garvis, my bad. I'll look at Garvis and be like, you just let the person with the artifact go first. We're we're thieves.
Can I see where the rope? Can I see where the rope actually goes to?
Yes, it goes to the main mast of the Zwifticater, the ship. And it just... So, Coco, can I have that roll, please?
Yeah, so that's an acrobatics, you said?
Yes, acrobatics.
Like 2 ones, it just falls into the river. It just
Oh no.
So
I just realized the downsides of failing here.
and a 5. Does that 6 explode?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay. It's just probably fine. I just be playing though.
She will be probably fine. The thing is, everyone need to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I
that's
go
a
next?
17.
That's a 17. Oh, yes. You, with the grace of a cat, you're just going down with all the rope and etc. This thing is like going down the rope with a speed of almost like you've like a car on max speed. You feel the wind around you and etc. And you gracefully land on the ship, the Zwifticater.
Yeah.
Being and around you, you see the rest of the crew with the captain smiling in your direction.
I was born for this.
I go down. I ain't waiting.
Great. Another acrobatic roll, please.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, I gotta look at my stats. Oh, I should be all right, probably.
While she's doing that, what's the range on my fireball or whatever?
Your primal blast, you mean?
Yes.
12.
Is 60
Oh
feet.
shit. 60 feet, got it.
12. Very good indeed. A little bit less graceful than Coco, but she has much more experience. But you land where you're supposed to, and you feel immediately like you are safe now. While the rest of the crew ask you to get inside.
I've got 3 dots in agility plus a 2, but I have nothing in acrobatics. So I'm rolling all 3 and then
Yes.
keeping the lowest and the highest.
Great, you get it.
So it is it's a 7, so it's a 9 total.
7 and a 9 total, plus your consider your bonus.
So it's a 7 plus the 2, so it's a 9 total.
Okay. Good for you. 8 is the difficulty. So
Ooh.
you really you can't stop yourself, and you just release the thing at the last minute because you're afraid to go against the mast, and you just tumble down. But you take care. You just stop yourself, and you are a little bit like less happy, but you landed safely.
I'm safe. Yeah, excellent.
Oh, no, I'll still. Man, I've been playing him as the guy that goes last. Okay, who is next on the parade?
Let's say Hotpot.
Hotpot want to go?
Okay, so I have 4 in agility and 1 acrobatic. So I roll 5, and I keep the 2 highest.
You keep 1. You keep 1, but that one, any 6 explode. Plus you have a +3 on agility, so it's almost an automatic success for you. But please roll it, because you can always roll all once.
Right, but I only keep 1. I only keep the highest though.
Yeah, you keep the highest.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be the highest and the lowest?
I rolled
Not
2
because he's
6s and a
proficient
5.
in the skill.
I
Sorry?
rolled two 6s and a 5.
So you keep 1 6. You roll that 6 again.
Okay.
So we already
3.
have a 9.
Okay. So I rolled a 3.
Plus 3 is a 12. So without any problem, Hotpot just go down and land where it's supposed to. You're back on your on the ship. You are safe. You are with your crew. So who goes next?
I think that is gonna be me. I think everybody else went. All right.
Well, I haven't yet.
Oh,
but
Alex.
I was a little bit a ways away, so I think I probably.
Oh, that makes sense. Actually, I'll go next.
I would be catching up now.
No, that makes sense because you kind of went around. So okay, yeah, I know where this is going. So my luck so far. So it's gonna be athletics, or is it acrobatics, right? Acrobatics and agility. Okay, so I have 4 pips in agility, so it's with a +3, and then my acrobatics is 2.
Yes.
So how many?
You roll 6 dice. You keep 2.
Okay.
And because this difficulty is 8, thanks to this little mechanism, you probably don't even need to roll. But
yeah, I probably don't. Yeah. Okay, no, it wasn't that moment where I just poop into the ocean. So I keep 2 dice. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
I keep 2 6s.
You keep 2 6s. You roll 1.
Okay. That's a 2.
Okay. So we have a 12 plus 2, 14 plus your bonus, your modifier. That is a +3.
Right.
So 16 in total, if I'm correct.
I think so.
Perfect. Yeah, and even more, between you and Kogo, you are the most graceful of the ship. Because like you just, you can do a triple pirouette and just land
I'm great
where
at
you
leaving.
want.
I'm great at leaving. That's the important.
Yes. And last but not least, we have Grail.
Right. I'm assuming. Okay, wait. Because I do want to cast this little fireball thing just to see what
Okay.
happens.
Towards who?
If
Just throw a spell down
well,
that way.
the guards, I assume.
Okay, so you are waiting for the guards to come over while.
Well, you said they were like sort of heading towards the cliff, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, are they within striking distance?
You need to wait another few seconds. In the meantime, Quan is literally just like shouting, come here, we need to go.
All right, fine. I was gonna showboat a little bit, but fine. I'll grab the line.
It just, if you want to show off, let's do it when you are on board.
All right. So I have a 3 pip, so that's 3 die.
And he just grabbed the last mechanism, and he's going to go down with you because he's not going to wait.
Oh wait, so he's gonna
He's gonna be your buddy. He's gonna be your friend.
Are we gonna ride tandem? I guess.
Yeah.
But wait, do I even need to roll, or he's gonna hold?
Yes, because because everyone was going to be the last, he was going to roll with him.
All right, fine. I'm a it's only a little uncomfortable. All right, well, okay. So
think of this: there is a spiky lizard that is literally hanging from these things, and behind them there is a shark humanoid also hanging from the same spot. So you feel uncomfortable for the closeness, but you feel uncomfortable hold the spike in his face, in his chest.
Hey, you didn't have to do that. That was his choice. Okay. Sure. I guess it is what it is.
Yeah. I'm rolling also for him.
Well, do I need to roll? Because it's like
yes, you do.
Is this agility or I guess it's agility?
It's agility.
Right?
You keep because you don't have a.
Hey, that's not great.
You roll a one. You keep the highest and the lowest.
Oh, so I keep 2. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
4 and 1, so that's a 5 plus what's my skill plus 1, 6.
It's 8, buddy. It's 8.
Yeah,
well, I'm not actually doing shit. I'm not actually the one writing the thing. I'm just being held like a doll.
Yes, that is the reason I'm rolling for the NPC, and based on his roll, you're gonna have a bonus. Okay, lucky for you, I rolled 2 6s.
He's like
last thing.
He's got a struggling duckling.
Okay, and the last roll is another 6. So with an 18, that's what's going on. You guys are really uncomfortable, close to each other, and those, your spike are starting to hurting Kuana quite a bit, and he's like try to kind of push you away from him while you're sliding down this rope, and you're getting closer to the ship, and you lose the grip. And just at the last second, you see yourself plumbing down to the sea, and he grabs you by your hand, and almost like Harold Flynn kind of scene, you just guys landed on the top of the ship, tumbling down, but safe.
Dude, you broke my concentration.
Without missing a bit, Alvida just cut the rope, and the ship is moving away. On the top of the cliff, you guys see all the guards shouting. You hear the challenge, like people using rifle in your direction. You hear the gunshot, but they are far away, so they're just sounds. While you're laughing and you mocking them, apparently, because you got what you needed to, and you get away with it. Well, at least it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I can't believe you broke my concentration. I was just casting the primal blast as on the while we were riding on the rope. Can't believe you dropped me.
And they just look at you like.
Do you guys have a moment there? A laugh?
Terrible moment. Yeah, I was gonna try out my new toys.
All right. We finished we did our end of the deal. We
Pro-
finished this job.
Yeah, you did well. Alvida interrupt all of this. So, can I have it, please?
Mm.
Well. Hold on.
I'm gonna. Can I get a sense motive from her? Can I try to sense motive, see if she's gonna double cross us or not?
Roll me an insight check, please. Yes.
I'm surprised she didn't just cut the rope when she saw them go through.
Also, Kwan was there, and Kwan is our first.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
Kwan's the only reason she did it.
If I remember correctly, she did not tell us originally about the power of the artifact, but she did.
She said that she knew that there was those rumors about Miss Voraci being a witch, but she didn't know anything else.
She doesn't know that the artifact has like a power in the right hands, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I rolled an 8.
you roll an 8.
Yes.
She seems.
I also, if you don't mind, I also rolled insight
Hmm.
on her, and I rolled a 13.
Okay, both of you sense the same thing, like eagerness to receive the artifact, but nothing more than that at the moment.
Okay.
Um.
Um.
Well, before you, but I should probably just let you guys know that this thing is I think very very powerful in the right hands. Because like because we got information from the priestess, right? That we were talking to originally, me and Rock. And also I found that the document in the study explaining that it's like chiseled the chisel statue. I forget the exact details.
That
I-
it
It's
was
so long ago.
modified
Yeah,
to
yeah.
look like something
don't-
else.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yep.
I don't think if it's like the ultimate amulet of power. I finished the job. I want my money. I got things to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, I look. Coco looks around at her fellow employees
Pirates.
discreetly to gauge their reactions.
Hmm.
You know.
You, by the way, guys, you are on the main deck of the ship. There is a lot of people moving because the ship is actually, going into the sea. But there is a group of people around you waiting.
Yep.
If you look at Rock looks like you could give it to them because he doesn't want to go downstairs. He likes being above the deck and not below it. He looks
I'm not
like
the one with the artifact.
he looks at the ground like I don't want to be down there. Thanks.
So
You pirates don't understand the power of such things.
I just want my money, dude.
Jarvis is gonna lean into Coco and just be like, I think that we give it and we see where we go. I mean, there's more treasure to be found.
yep. So she says, "All right, all right, all right," and she holds up her hands. "I have what you're looking for. Just a moment," and then she'll take it out of the coat that she's wearing, over the overcoat that she's wearing, and gently place it on the deck and step away from it.
I'm gonna prepare an action to react if I sense any hostilities towards me.
I'm gonna prepare an action to flee. In case it goes sideways. We're surrounded, right? Like by other crew members and stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not in a menacing way, but everyone is looking at you because
Right.
you were, you're supposed to deliver, and they're waiting for it.
It's packages right there. You can.
And
She
ultimately, we are part of the crew. We're not just hired
Right.
goons. We've
Yeah,
been part of this crew
at
for a
least
little while.
Jarvis and Otpot are actually part of the crew. They are the rest of you were hired, but with the thing is like you do this for me, you are part of the crew.
Okay.
Right.
So
What are you waiting for?
Well, so it's on the ground.
It's right
okay.
there.
You put it on the
Hot walks
ground.
over and picks it up.
She leans down and she doesn't touch it. She just look at it, and all of her snake head are just moving around it, almost like inspecting the whole things. And she touched it for a second. She lifted it. It's pretty much, like 20, 25 inches. She look at it, and she just smash it on the ground.
Oh. Well,
She said the thing was inside of it, so.
And that way you guys see it. Remember, Coco, when I told you, there was kind of translucent, but you were not completely able to see.
Yes. Yes.
There was a carved compartment inside the statuette.
Mm.
And they probably could have just opened it. They didn't need to.
And she one of the snake just grabbed this rolled parchment and she unrolled it. And in a language that sounds Akiptonian, she say the following things. Kinsimeluk baleshek walnik. Inaf majare malmamai tarik alanuf retlik and tajani alahib. No one of you speak Akiptonian, or at least
Same, yes.
not as I'm aware of. And the captain just said, my Kiptonian is a little bit rough, but that's what he said. My cursed treasure is with unlegible. It lies with me and my damned souls, where the wolf gathered to foolishness and the saintly woman lie. I need someone to translate this correctly for me, but everyone, I think we have a clue. We know where it is. We just need to find it now. So, my proposal is the following. You can take your money now, and I leave you to the next port. Or you can follow me. Became part of the Swiss Ticketer and share with us one of the biggest treasure in history. What's gonna be?
In for a penny, in for a pound, as they say, and I was in this not just for the money, to be fair. So I'll be sticking around.
How much money are we? How much is this treasure supposed to be?
According to history, is around the equivalent around of modern time 90,000 platinum coin. Just to give you an idea, guys.
Yeah.
10 copper is a silver, 10 silver is a gold, 100 gold is a platinum.
Oh, my eyes widened at the number.
Wait. So what's the number again? I didn't do the quick math.
90,000.
90,000 platinum coins. 90,000 times 100. 9
million.
That's 9 million.
9 million gold coins that is worth.
At the moment,
Obviously, split a prop.
Yeah, it's split by whoever's there. Got it. I get how that works. Yep.
I look at the captain and I feel like I've already had a conversation with the captain about what my desires are, and I just look at her and nod and just go, "Aye, aye, captain," and I start moving away to go look at my new toys.
Miguel takes a second to think. He thinks, the money that was currently, will that be enough to? He was originally doing this to help out. He needed the money for other things. How much
Yes.
money was they originally offering, and would that even be anywhere near enough?
At the moment, they were offering you something around 150 gold.
Okay.
That consider this: 10 silver, so 1 gold is a week in a nice hotel. Okay, so 150 was a very quite nice sum. The possibility to get 9 million split between the 35 member of this crew, yeah, that's a different story.
Never tell me the odds. All right, I'm in. I'm fucking crazy to be doing this.
Great.
Okay.
Do I might have to get a tattoo or anything to join your crew, or?
She laughed. Only if you want.
I'll consider. You know what? Fuck it. Sure. Let's do this. As long as I'm able to still do to do my matches whenever I'm in a port or in town.
We
then
are
I'll be
going
happy.
to step quite few times. If we need to go to Akiptos, is going to be at least a 3 months trip to get there. Plus, we need to find the actual place. Akiptos is a big country, so yeah, you're going to have your chances for sure.
All right, then I'm in.
So it seems unanimous. Seems that everyone is going to join us.
Let's see.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, but do tell me more about these pain witches.
Yeah, we can talk about that. Let's have a rest for now. You guys did a great job, and I think you deserve a little bit of time to recover and maybe have a drink. Who wants to talk with me? I will be in my cabin.
Miguel looks at you guys.
No, Rock will
And
go.
goes,
This loops back around to the earlier joke of him winking at the captain. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll go talk to the captain. This will be fun.
I guess I turned to what was it, Coco? It's like, I guess I still haven't given you that drink yet.
No, you do owe me that. But
After you, my lady.
all right, take the lead. And she is still in her gown, right?
Of
Looking
course it will.
fabulous.
Yes,
And-
absolutely. Treat you like the queen you are.
And
And-
the gown billows, the overcoat billows as she walks towards the captain.
And the captain is just, nodding in your direction, and she will turn and go to her cabin. And on this scene, where everyone is ready, everyone is going through, we are close a story for tonight with a few questions. They now have the right answer. They have the information they need. Will they find this treasure? Will they not? What is the problem along the way? And also, did Miss Vorashi did something on Grail? Because you still feel lingering this kind of a sensation on being watched. However, this is a story for another time.
Yeah, must have been the wind.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks everyone for watching and for playing. See you next time.
Yay! This is awesome.
That was
We
fun.
did it. It didn't even
Accomplishment.
only murdered a couple of people.
Honestly, there's
Yeah.
a lot less casualties than I thought might have happened there. I was trying to keep them away from the room. I'm like, let's minimize the regular people.
I mean,
Usually this party devolves into either everyone betrays each other and everyone ends up dead with like 1 or 2 people left, or usually it devolves into something along those lines.
what is that SNL skit? The where they all
Oh
shoot each
yeah,
other?
where they all shoot each other. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was the CSC game. Yeah.
But also when David cut that the thief's throat, I'm like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. Jarvis wasn't leaving witnesses.
Oh no.
And
Yo,
No, no, I
you never
understood.
do.
yeah,
I
no,
understand.
David never does. That's for sure. I'd completely forgotten that what the relationship of everybody was. I think that of all the people, Jarvis would actually trust Hot Pot the most because we're both crew members. Um, but yeah, one shotting that thing, I think, is what saved the day because that thing was a murder machine.
Did exactly what it needed to do.
Oh
Oh
man,
yeah,
that would have been bad.
that will be bad. Ikrot was builded to try to kill you all.
Yeah, yeah,
I
Your
was
critical was spot on.
I mean,
was
yeah,
I just think
yeah.
it's
obviously,
funny this
yes.
big guy's coming in there and I'm like, okay, it's time for a combat. Didn't fuck then just one shot.
Well, no,
Yeah.
it's the it's these were all Indiana Jones moments, right? The guy pulls out the
Yeah.
sword and he's like, oh, shoo, shoo, shoo,
Ah, yeah.
shoo.
You know the Indiana Jones moment was ad-libbed? Like that wasn't
Such a great
actually
moment.
in the script.
Yeah,
Because they
yeah.
did that scene over and over and what was it?
Harrison Ford got
Harrison
fed up with it, and he just pulled his gun out and shot the guy.
I
Oh,
Yeah,
appreciate the guy
He was
playing
sick.
along.
yeah, and the guy played along. Yeah, and I have to give props up to Coco for giving me the critical for
Critical
Jarvis.
token.
Yeah, I mean, I would have still hit the guy. I would have still done a decent amount of damage, but and
Absolutely.
then probably would have gotten my head cut off.
Maybe he was going for your torso, just going here and down.
Yeah,
That was not going to be.
Well,
Yeah.
that would have been less splits on the treasure, but
yeah,
True.
just saying.
yeah. I'd at least be bleeding right now, but
At least do.
I want to know what the armor does, and I definitely want to know what was in the box. At some point, I'd love to play more of this. I like this system
This
a
is
lot. I've been bragging to people about it. I hope I'm doing it justice. But yeah,
I
this
hope
is
you guys had fun. That was my
Yes, that was
intention.
love.
you
Yeah,
are
It was a lot of
phenomenal.
fun.
yeah, you were great. Like this story was actually so fun.
Phenomenal GM.
My only two comments is I feel like I still do not understand like how many. Well, I understand how many dice to roll, but I don't understand how many like which ones am to keep. Like two of the highest, like the highest and the lowest. Only
Okay,
one
yes.
die. You know, like
It
it's like
depends
very
on depending of
yeah.
three different things, just to make sure that everything is understandable. When you are proficient on the skill, you so that means you have a dot. You keep a number of dice equal to that dot, and you keep the highest. Plus, your 6 can explode. When you have 1 or 2 dots, only 1 6 explode. When you have 3 dots, 2 6 explodes. When you have 5 dots, 3 6 explodes. For a maximum amount that you can roll of something like 51 or 52. But if you roll that, means you're rolling all 6s plus 3 6s after that, and you definitely broke the game.
I guess it would be maybe helpful to have the like character sheet have like an indicator of how many like a little indicator saying like oh this only explodes once, this explodes twice, and so on. Like
I
underneath
will take care of that.
yeah,
If
I can even imagine how like what that would look like visually if you maybe I'll send that to you later. And but yeah, and the other thing is like how many because there's also skills and then there's also like ability I guess
Special
like
ability.
yeah, special abilities. So like the interaction of those two is also like a little like it's I'm always like how many do I keep and I just refer to you.
No, of course, I understand. Also, this is a completely new system for you guys.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You need to get into it. But the other things I was going to say, you are not proficient on a specific skill, so you don't have any dots. I'm asking you to roll your characteristics and keep the highest and the lowest. And in that case, 6 don't explode. And the third kind of roll is when you roll against a spell effect, so your saving throw, let's call it like that. When I ask you to roll on a specific characteristics, that can be presence or wisdom or endurance and etc. And you keep all of them, and the 6 don't explode. 6s explode only when you are proficient on something or when someone give you a token.
Proficient is in have one of the special skills.
No, means you have a dot on the skill.
Just any, like even just one dot, because I have 3 dots and everything on this character.
No, that are your. Okay, so there is a difference between skills and traits. Traits are your characteristics. What you are builded for. You know.
Right. Okay, gotcha. Okay,
While
yeah, maybe
skills is the one that you got. You actually can improve over time, and that is where you got proficiency in things.
Gotcha. Wait, can you not improve your strength over time? What if I work out?
Technically, no, but there are reasons in game and situation in game that will allow you to improve that. But you need to discuss with the master and roll it, and also they cost point. That's it.
Gotcha. And sorry, my like just before I forget, my last comment was like, so just like this is just literally wording. Deception and cunning. In my mind, like I understand that cunning is really more like your ability to think quickly on your feet.
Yes.
But also, like I don't know if everyone else kind of like would agree with me that like when people say cunning, they do generally mean like more on the deceptive side.
Okay, yeah, I see that. I was at the beginning, I was using just the word intelligence. Okay.
Right. So, like, to me, it's like, yeah. So, after I started thinking about these more as just like intelligence and social, like, it made it like it kind of clicked better in my head.
No, of course. Let me explain this. As I said, this is this game system is still a work in progress for me.
Yep.
The rules are done, but things can be tweaked to any improvement. So, any feedback is welcomed. Wording in case like. I prefer might over simple strength because I think is more like, is you don't use only your brute strength. You also, it can be also how resistant you are and how powerful you
like your hockey. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. While endurance is more like how resistant you are to things, agility is quite, straightforward. And for intelligence, I was trying not to use the classic words that has been used in pretty much 99% of the roleplay game. And I wanted to try to something a little bit more, that feels like more into the lore of the game. But if everyone feel like, oh, yeah, the words is not working properly for me, I'm happy to change it.
Well, that's why I bring. I understand. That's why I bring it up because it's like in my mind, cunning and deception are like sort of like very similar, like synonyms of each other in some sense. Yeah. But I don't know if everyone else agrees with me.
I definitely see.
It depends.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely see where you're coming from, Alex. I do like the wording though because it does have that more pirate type flair to the ideas.
Smarts.
Yeah, it's a little bit more street smart. It's a little bit more. It's
like the difference between like intelligence and wisdom and like D&D.
Yeah, no, I get. Mm-hmm. Like I'm saying, I get. Like once I start thinking about it that way, I get it, and it's. I do like it fits like thematically, but yeah, like for the first thing, I was like, wait, cunning and deception, like those are like the same thing to me.
No, of course.
And again, I get where you're. I get that too. I kind of thought the same thing, but again, if you had a book in front of you, you would have those words listed out, and it would be the explanation of this is more of like a street smart. This is So I see both sides of that though.
Yeah, and I also just realized that there's no no skills for endurance, which is I only just noticed that.
Yes,
Like there's no
because
traits for yeah.
so about that, because your endurance is also what give you your HP, your
Ah,
health, and etc. I decided, I thought, let's me focus on the other five, and not overwhelm the players with tons of skills. Well, 35 skills is already quite a lot. So I decided, okay, endurance will be mostly your capability to resistance. Your pass is more like a passive traits, but is also the one that give you all your health. So it will, it's. I think that is just is already enough. um, that was
right.
that was just a choice. But
Right. But then you have like things like stamina under might, which is I feel like I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is more. That is still on debate, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. So some of the so like that I guess that's my only other comment is like some of these skills versus traits are sort of like I don't know, they can definitely be like reshuffled a little bit, just like some of them I
Mhm.
don't know. Yeah, yeah. So
I
like
was
deception yeah,
at the
yeah.
beginning. I was there was a different setting for all those skills. I decided to give it like I tried to be balanced and give it 7 skill for each traits. It's like so there is no traits feel more powerful than other.
Right.
But anyway, I know that some of you want to go to sleep and etc. So if you want to participate to the conversation, feel free to stay. I'm not trying to kick you out. Absolutely. I'm just saying, I know you guys need to sleep. And so if it's okay for you, I will say good night.
Yeah, no, this
I
was really fun. I really enjoyed the system. You have something special here. Thank you so much for being our GM.
No, thank you
And
guys for
yeah, let me
playing.
know if you get what we're planning on doing next time, or if we're going to continue this or whatnot.
That is
yeah, I
up to
mean,
you. That was the last question from you guys, from me,
I'd be
guys.
up for continuing this. This is fun.
If you
I
want to
can
continue it,
do.
this can be a long story because you need to get to the treasure.
We can
Well,
we can
isn't it
do a vote on that in Discord as well and figure it out
Hmm.
from there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I'd want
absolutely.
to talk more about like the setting and our characters if we were
That
going to
means
do
I can
that.
expand more on my character too.
yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Like
Also, now that you guys have, you know what is going on, you know what the kind of things that we can do and etc. We can just take a moment to go back to, and start from scratch. You have everything in your head, so you know what you want to play, and we can twitch and change things and improve the character in the best way possible for you to play as you want it.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Well,
anywho, I do need to go. I have
Yep.
a what is it?
a meeting.
Performance review
Performance
Yeah.
review,
Good
yeah.
tomorrow.
luck.
So
Good luck with
thank
that.
you. Fingers
thank
crossed.
you. Thank
Yes,
you.
this was very much
Nice.
fun.
Good
Good
night,
night, guys.
everybody.
Okay, good night.
The real
Boy.
treasure is the friends we made along the way.
Oh.